got a great game tonight. Sorry, but it took me a little bit. Had to get the settings correct and everything edited because I was not prepared for today. But today we have National Tankers versus Almost Dead. So it's NT, One Tech TC versus AMD. Let's go to the live scene now. Pew pew. Pew. And I love the background, just whatever it does. It's fantastic. So, just so you guys know, this is a 5-minute timer delay. So there will not be any cheating going on. And I'm sure that the delay is on because I'm staring at the timer slowly going down. So for the individuals who are going to watch tonight, hopefully we get a good fight going on tonight. And by the way, whoever or the two guys who follow me, I appreciate it. Just gotta figure out who it is. A lot of things are going on my end, so I'm sorry. So it looks like NT already has 2, AMD has 3. Getting ready, slow picks, so we can get this fight going on. My question is, I don't even know what map they are picking, so I'm pretty sure I would have to ask. There we go. It is Mines. Fantastic. Another great night of Mines. And then another great day of my computer absolutely freezing. I love it. Alright, looks like they're picking 1 and 1 at a time. Looks like AMD has 2 familiar names I am familiar with, and then the rest of the guys I have no idea who they are. So AMD must have scrapped up a brand new team. And then over here on NT and One Tech TC side, they have repeated individuals who have been coming back to back on these matches. So it's good to see some consistency with some teams. So I have not been able to stream AMD's games, or we have not played them in the intermediate teams, but I would love to see what happens tonight with AMD. See what kind of strategies they pull out, and if they can squeeze that victory tonight. Here we go! Ooh. I literally just had to run upstairs. Good times. So gotta make sure the party is invite-only because I don't want anybody else coming in here and make an uninvited guest. So it looks like NT is on the defensive. Whew, gotta catch my breath. Alright, we got a Chieftain, 705, I7W, Z5A, Mouse, 705, and a Valor. And then on AMD side, I know they got those 3 machines. The Valor Supercon, oh, they never mind. Oh, yep, looking at the wrong screen. So, AMD has those 3 machines, 100 Valor, I7, GC, in the Turan. So I want to see how what position the Turan's going to be in. So get on the machines. We're going the long route, but they are just getting pegged. They did not move fast enough, and Iron Grade is just getting tackled down. Same thing. So ADs, Valors, and I7s are doing their job. Start be causing damage right now. What iPig needs to do is that rock right there, and he needs to do some damage. So he has a better he can actually do something. The others were kind of in a bad position to get all the way across. But it's not really an excellent job of hitting that mouse. Take it down to half health. So both of them went down in the same area. Those machines are just right there, just causing maximum amount of damage and getting their clips in the best they can. So 75 takes a lot of damage, and he just got taken out 75. 2 shots simultaneously for the machines. So the best thing you can do right now is just hold their position the best they can and try to get some them down this body count damage. But AMD is doing a fantastic job of rotating in and out between their damage and their firing. And here we go. AMD is pushing down that mid, taking out those middle tanks onto the last individual who is alive, which is Rage. So let's see how long it'll take him to survive. So here, get that one shot off the machine. Here comes his buddies. Oh, and he bounces off the machine's turret. There he goes. And he's down. Good freaking game, everybody. So, MVP is iPig. Second place is Rage. And third place is Lime Green 92. So good job, guys. So let's look at this damage spread over here on NT side. NT. So Rage doing 3,400 damage. Emperor doing 1,400 damage to that Super Conk. Valor doing 1,348. Both 705s. Barely doing 1,300 and 645. Spartan and that IS7 doing 460. And we got 2 donuts on the very bottom. Over here on the winning side, we got the IS7 iPig doing 3,900 damage. The Lime Green and the Turan doing 3,300 damage. Joy Senpai in the E100 doing 3,000 damage. CS 63 doing 2,200 damage. That Valor doing 19, and all three machines doing at least 1,200 damage. So you got 18, 18, and 1,200 damage on each and every one of those machines. Great job to AMD for utilizing those machines in the correct manner and positioning them perfectly. They took some damage at the beginning of that match, but they did a great job to recover on it. Gonna update this win count. So we got AMD who won the first round, and now we're gonna switch sides. So for the two individuals who follow me, I do appreciate it. So I like Pie 110. It's a great name. And then Big Dick Hoke. So fantastic names. So now we're gonna sit here and wait for these guys to pick their tanks. And then we get to see another exciting action-packed fight going on. And I do apologize. I understand that the audio was way too damn loud. So I did turn that thing down so it wouldn't be so loud in the stream. So I will not be playing music anymore. I uploaded my videos to YouTube and they're like, oh, copyright, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, I got you. So I was trying to find some music in the background to actually be able to play while these matches are going off. It won't take away from the battle though. Alrighty. Still waiting for these guys to pick their tanks. So we got NT and 1 TC with 5, and AMD with 6, 7. I cannot count. So just like I said last week on Saturday, just these maps, then they start being rotated out. So last week they played mines, they didn't have a good idea what they were doing, or they did have a good idea because they planned for it. It's going to be either or uh, going forward if we ever see one of these teams, because a few of the teams are going to continue to keep playing the same maps, and then once they get a new map, they're not going to know the new meta or their own meta to actually go through these maps. So teams need to start picking new maps and start playing them. 246 on the NT and 1 TC side. 2468 on the AMD. So AMD is ready to go. Alrighty. So I got confirmation from I Am Great, because he is great. Such a good guy. He said I can publish this, so whenever this match gets done, I am going to upload it to the YouTube channel, and I will post it in the ITW chat so all you guys can see. So we are just waiting for both teams to roger up so we can get this ongoing. Alright, looks like both teams are ready to roger up and ready to go. And then I got a bunch of monkeys downstairs who are making monkey sounds. So, fantastic! So, just waiting for these guys to actually start this match so we can go. So, on AMD sides, they're running triple Valors, a machine, T100 LT, a Turan, and I'm pretty sure I did not say machines, but I did. I'm confusing myself, and it just blurred into one thing. And then over here on Team 2 for NT Multi-TC, they got a Super Kong i7 CG, Object 279E, the mouse, Super Kong E4, and the machine. And I'm just waiting for them to actually roger up this game so we can actually start, but I will not know what is going on. Oh, there we go. I guess it was just a little bit of a malfunction there. So AMD was on the attack, now they are on the defense of mine. So see what kind of strategy these guys pull out, and let's see what kind of interesting battle it has. So let's go to God view. So up in the air, we got that AMD with that TL100LT, 3 Valors, that machine, another machine, and the Turan with a all trouble machine. Ooh, let's see how they run this one. Over here on the NT and 1 TC side, they got that CG, 2 Super Kongs, that machine i7, Object 279E, and that mouse and E4 pushing. So we got that LT100 who is already in the middle of the map. He needs to watch out what he is doing. He better be careful, because I'm pretty sure that machine knows he is there. And he has been spotted, so he goes down the hill without any damage as of right now, and he pretty much escapes the machine's wrath. So good job on him. So NT has taken the middle as a defensive position, and they're going to work their way around with that mouse and 279E over here on the left. They have those trio of machines over there on the beach. I'm pretty sure they're going to wait until they get into position and then unload on those guys in the middle. So we'll see if they can pull it off. Already looks like one of the machines have been shot. So now we got that mouse moving in, the 279E. Ooh, somebody gets hit with their ammo rack and almost completely dies. That's the light tank on the other side of the map. Goku gets hit to an ammo rack, and they get on the cap. Here's the unrelenting barrage from the guys in the middle, causing a good amount of damage to AMD. I like this right here. We got the mouse and 279E. The mouse is providing cover from the 279E, and that 279E is just going back and forth and getting those bounce shots. And right there is what I'm talking about. These guys are utilizing both of these tanks to maximum potential. We got that mouse who is protecting the 279E from any of those shots. Hopefully, he just doesn't continue to keep hitting him. He will get reset, but he's protecting the one with all the cap points, majority of the cap points at least. So let's see what AMD can do continuously to keep hitting that mouse. See if they can take him out. And they are doing a great job. Over here on the machine side, machines started moving up, and they are just getting hacked away little by little, it seems like. We got that supercon aiming over here at that light tank, and then we got the E4 who is just eating up shots. So get on that light tank for causing a little bit of damage, confusing that E4, and then we'll move back over here at the cap area. A was about to get capped, but they hit somebody. I'm pretty sure it was the Object 279E. Yes, it was. They had reset the cap. They're using that hash just to get that damage in, just so they can continue to keep resetting that cap. That is a fantastic idea. Now it looks like the machine has pushed up just a little bit. Ooh, it looks like NT, the IS-7's moved in to actually cause some damage to Iron Great. Iron Great is retreating, but I don't think he's going to be able to retreat fast enough. Oh, he escaped. Good job. It looks like we got the Triple Valor from moving in. They just took out the mouse, and they're going to work on that 279E. They need to hurry up because if their backup comes, they're going to need every bit they can. So there they go, still throwing the hash, causing some damage. Ooh, nice shot with a 453. Got that focus fire from all three of these Valors into the Object 279E to get him out of the fight. Now they're gonna worry about the machine who is popping them in the back. Not killing them, but causing a decent amount of damage. We got the machine still in the middle, just ran in the back. Both of the other two machines across the map were still alive, and that LT-100. So for the fight for nutrition, as of right now, NT has it, but they're steadily losing it, even though they got less tanks on the map than AMD does. But AMD has all that firepower and ready to use it. So great job of the Valors over here doing as much damage as they do. Trying to take that Super Conk out. But it is, oh my god, I can't believe he did that. Super Conk went down. Red X lost 1,300 of his health. But they were able to take out both of the Valors. So kudos to them. Over here on the AMD side, they got these machines moving up, trying to take out this machine that's in the middle. And looks like they are getting unsuccessful. Iron Great goes down. Valor's moving in. Tyran trying to get those shots in, and they take down that machine. So we're on the IS-7, it's about to hit Rover. He takes him out. This is a great, fantastic fight. It is close. So NT has 2 tanks left with the majority of their hit points, and Spartan just loses 50% of his health and getting ammo wrecked. Red X hitting Goku and killing him. There goes Spartan, he goes down, and now it is 1 versus 3. Great job again on these two teams. They did not disappoint on this fight. So thumbs up, both teams. Good job for AMD for winning that game. So over here on the scoreboard, we got AMD MVP Goku with 4,600 damage done. Valor, great job. Great job. Got I Am Great Machine 2200. We got Beast and Rack. Both of the Valors doing 2200 and 2100 damage. We got Lion Green doing 1800 and Taran. He did a great job in the map, sitting there and buying his time with those shots. And then both of the machines, we got 1100, 849. And then we got LT100 with a 565. So even though they didn't do a lot of damage, they did a great job to put themselves in a certain position to cause NT and one attack TC to move around the map a certain way, and they did a great job doing that. So over here on NT side, they got Redex and that Super Kong with 3900 damage, Pug and the Machine 2700 damage. Got Rage and the Super Kong with 2400 damage, the Kong GC 2200, the E4 doing 1700 damage. Then we got the Objects 279E doing 819. We got Spartan IS7 doing 648, and that mouse doing a big fat donut. So great job to both teams. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Now time to update this counter. 2-0, we're on game 3. So hopefully NT and one tech TC pull it together, and we get to see a couple more games. Alrighty then, let's freaking go. So we got Himmelsdorf, another map we have definitely seen quite a bit in the past couple weeks. But it is always good to see what other tactics these teams use, because you never know. They just might win that match doing it. So we get to see what they're doing. Looks like they're trying to strategize as they do their picks. So hopefully they put some mobility in there, and then some either super heavies or some heavies. Well, we'll see whenever they get in the game. Alright, it looks like AMD is ready to go. And it looks like NT is ready to go as well, so we get to see what these guys have and what they are picking during these matches. Oh, right over here on AMD's side, they got the Strum Tiger, 60 TP, WZ, QL, IS7 Valor, Batchat, E3, and the E100. Over here at NT and TC side, they got the Chieftain, IS7, 705A, E4, IS4, 705A again, WZ, QL, and the Panzer 7. So we're waiting for these guys to start the game so we can see what happens. They're going through their last preparations of the actual madness, what's going on right now. So we get to see what's going to happen. And here we go. Bam, 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 bam. Alright, once this finishes loading, we get to go to God's view in the air at a certain distance because they have capped the camera view to where it's terrible. So here we go. Ooh, look at this. They all spawn in a similar direct area. Usually when you have this particular spawn point, you're kind of way back here and then spread out across the entire ways. So as I said, they got that one E100 sticking in the back. So let's see what the other team does. Looks like they're starting to push downward towards every direction. So, ooh, looks like they're going to that Banana Road sequence. They're putting that Chieftain up to the top, and they're moving the rest of their tanks down Banana Road. So, we see what they will do and maneuver, how they will maneuver. So, this looks exciting to see. From the looks of it, it looks like all these guys are pushing. AMD already knows what they are doing. They are starting to do a full rotation. We got NT1 Type TC moving in. IS4 needs to hurry up. He got extremely lucky, but that 705A did not. He did get pegged. QL takes a big hit from that E100. These guys need to figure out something because we have that Chieftain at the top of the map who is providing cover fire from the top. But they have the Batchat and that QL coming up behind them, so they have better do something fairly quickly, and that E100 is causing massive damage to these guys over here in this gap. So these guys over here concentrating on this E100, hopefully they're doing as much damage as they can. And there we go. And he is getting side shots. Nice job over here, but they need to kill this E100 as fast as humanly possible. Looks like they're concentrating all their power to this cap area. What they need to do is pay attention to their backside. So, got that Stern Tiger coming up with Goku and that Batchat buying great. So, there we go. That Batchat is concentrating on the people in the middle of this hill to keep setting it. They have 10 seconds. He better not get out. And he did. So stayed there. These guys over here on the right should not, but they're too busy paying attention on the left side over here, and they're about to get shot in the back. And there we go, there's a reset. 60p and the I-7 open up. Was not a great shot by the 705. These guys are putting a hell of a good defense. Right now the game can go either way. It can both down one tank and close to the hit points. There they go. They cap the base. It's not counting on that counter going down. So kudos to NT One TC. They have pulled a win out of the magical hats. So now we get to continue this fight for another round. Yeah. So over here on the AMD side, we got the Valor doing 2,500 damage, the IS-7 doing 2,400 damage, we got the QL doing 22, E100 doing 21, E3 doing 2,000, Sturm Tiger doing 1,500, Bad Chat and the 60 TP only doing 763 apiece. That is very odd to see. Two tanks doing simultaneously the same damage. That's kind of weird, but good on you guys. We're putting up a good map, defensive map. Over here on the NT and 1TC side, they got the QL doing 3,700 damage, Chieftain doing 1,800. You got the IS-4 doing 16. You got Object 705A doing 1,300 and 1,000 damage. IS-7 doing 950. Then you got E4 doing 785, and the Panzer 7 doing 502. So, just like I said before, great teamwork on both of the teams right there for defense and offense. Because it was just a freaking mad battle throughout the entire match. Ooh, looks like AMD's already ready to go. Jeez. They already have their picks. They want to get this done. Over here, waiting on NT and 1TC to pick their tanks so we can get this show on the road. So, like I said before, guys did a great match. Kind of did a little bit different over here on the Banana Road, but they did a great job of contesting that flag area and then whooping around and causing AMD to kind of scramble, and then pushed them literally gunfire after gunfire, just shot after shot after shot between both teams just to contest that cap area. So good on you. Now, for any reason whatsoever I do sound low, it's because I cannot scream in my house because everybody is downstairs and they're like, shut up. So, yay. Alrighty, it looks like both teams are ready to go. I don't know why this is usually taking a little bit too long, but it should have already started. Just waiting on these two to hit that start button. Alright, over here on NT One Tech TC, they got that Chieftain, Andre the Giant, 705A, WZ5A, I7, 705A again, T57 Heavy, and the Panzer 7. And then over here on AMD, they got the Chieftain, 60 TP, Andre the Giant, I7, E3, 57 Heavy, Panzer's Waffen Panzer's E100, and the E100. The Yak Panzer. So it's pretty identical on both sides. So instead of going mobility, they're going pretty docile with heavies. And I'm pretty docile with the tank destroyer with the maximum amount of damage they possibly can get. Alright, here we go. Let's see who wins this match. If NT and One Tech TC win this map, we'll go to Game 5. And then we'll go to Ghost Town, which will be in counter battle to finish this off. And here we go. Whee! So NT and One Tech TC are on the defensive. And here we go. Alright, it kind of looks like the AMD is pushing towards the top of the map with the majority of their tanks, and keeping a couple on the very bottom. So we'll see what happens. Looks like they already got 2 at the end of the stream, 57 Heavy Eyes for getting ready for these guys to cross the street. So we'll see what happens. Out of that building because I'm currently stuck, and it looks like NT and One Tech TC is doing a 5-man defense over here on the big cap. The Giants repositioning over here in that pocket. We got 2 here. Oh, with the 57 heavies are taking some damage. So we got the guys on the hill waiting to go, trying to figure out when to go at the perfect moment. So they're trying to confuse the enemy team into kind of rotating, so these guys can take the advantage of actually making these guys move on purpose, so they can swoop in and get behind them. And here comes that bait and switch right here. With Andre the Giant getting ready to get on the cap. Once he is on the cap, they're going to get kind of confused and then start rotating his cap. Once that happens, they're going to start moving. Ooh, Ice 4 gets hit from the side. Ooh, and again. Ice 4 is moving into the open area. Hopefully he doesn't get hit. And he is good. It looks at NTC's just a little deception of AMD's. What they should have done is the AMD should have came over here to the A cap. Have those 2 extra tanks there to cause the diversion. To actually kill this IS-4. Make them play with a man down. That would have been a great idea. Alright, there's the signal to go. Got that Chieftain just peppering Andre the Giant. with some good premium shells, hitting every single shot. Great job. Onto the giant. Should not have fired. He should have saved it. With the ice fork, just getting peppered in the bag by that T-57 Heavy. Then we got the rest of the tanks moving in. And T1 Tech TC already sees through what these guys are doing, so they're right there at the zero line, getting pressured in. But I do not want to miss what's happening over here on this cap, even though there's one guy. Oh, and he gets ammo wrecked. Ooh, there we go. Nice hit on the T-57 Heavy, and he tracks him, and he misses his final shot. He bounces right off in the pin. So there we go. Got the Yak Tiger 100 or Yak Panzer going down. But they also set a defense up where he is right behind this tank where they cannot pin him. So all they have to do is protect him. They're doing a great job with the tank destroyer on top of the map. It looks like another giant over there at A has been taken out. But NT1 Tech TC sees through what they're doing. They're sending an FT-57 behind them to get that cap set. And there it is. Great job, NT1 Tech TC. Cap has been reset, and they are doing a great amount of damage to the enemy team. 758 moves in and almost takes out the I-7 over here. It's getting those cap points. And it looks like the E100 goes down. I-7 takes one shot, and he goes down by the 57 Heavy. Guys are doing a great job putting up a defense over here. It's a great side scraping technique by Red X. You can see these guys know what they're doing in these tanks. Got the T-57 Heavy with a blue crab moving over here on the E3, ready to get his full clip in, and the rest of the team shuts him down before Beast is able to fully turn. Good teamwork. Good focus fire. Got the IS-4 moving in. Almost taking out that cheap tank. And the 57 Heavy takes it out. Got the last two people alive. TP goes down. And then I am great. And that T-57 Heavy is the last person alive on his team. And here we go. 57 versus 57 Heavy. Blue Crab got 2 rounds, and I'm great. Only got 1. Then he gets slapped on 705. So what can you do with 1 versus 7?
Great job, soldiers.
Great job. And the MVP goes to Beast with 3,900 damage. Second place, Redex, Black Star, 3,700 damage, and those 4 kills. And third place goes to Rage. So we got the NT side. Who is the winner? So I'm gonna update the scoreboard. Right now, we are going to game 5. It's 2-2. So over here on the winner side, NT1 Tech TC with a 705A with 3,700 damage. Chieftain doing 3,700 damage. 57 Heavy doing 33. Great damage spread between those 3 tanks. Object 705 doing 2,300. Panzer 7 doing 1985. We got Andre the Giant doing 1624. Got the 5A doing 1,200 and the IS-4 only doing 914. But again, Damage doesn't matter in that last game. They put up a hell of a good defense for the for Hermsdorf. Over here, AMD side, you got the E3 with 3,900 damage. I am great, doing 2,800, utilizing that top of the hill, the best of his ability. We got that E100 doing 22. We got Goku and the Chieftain doing 1,100. 60 TP with a 1055 IS7 doing that 564. And the Andre the Giant and the E100 Yak Panda E100 doing a donuts. So let's go back to the garage. Alright, here we go. Last game of this match. It is 2-2 currently on NT side and the AMD. So, game 5, it looks like AMD is already ready to go. They got the plan, what they're doing, and they're ready to roll. NT one tech TCs take a little bit longer to figure out what they're going to pick and who they're going to pick. So, having more than your 8 can be a little bit difficult time when you want to swap out players, so everybody is able to actually play in the match and get some experience. So we're just gonna sit here and wait until one Tag TC and NT have fully paid their loadouts. I wonder who is going to win. AMD came out strong on those 2 first games, winning back to back, and then NT came even stronger on their map pick. So, great jobs. So, NT One Tech TC has 6 ready to go, waiting on their other 2 picks. All right, there is one more. All right, it looks like they're ready to go. They got 8 and 8 on the red side and blue. So now we just gotta wait until they start this match so we can get out of here. I'm just kidding. All right, over here on blue side, we got the Chieftain, Andre the Giant, 705, WZ5A, another Chieftain, 57 Heavy, the fucking 7, the E4, And then over here on AMD side with a 50B Superconk Type 5, 4005 Superconk Valor Yakanza E100, and the Valor variant with the T95. So we are ready to go. Oh man. There we go. Jesus Christ, I'm trying not to laugh as loud as humanly possible. I'm looking at my computer, and there's some funny memes. Waiting for this map to load to see where these guys are at. Here we go. Pew! God's view. Alright. Let's see what these guys do. Time has started. We got NT one Tech T side, 1850 total hit points. And then over here on AMD side with 1825. So relatively just around the same amount of hit points. But let's see who outmaneuvers each team to cause devastation of damage on their team, for their team. So for the guys using Discord who are communicating in between each games, be sure to pay attention to the Discord, because you never know, somebody may have a player coming in and to sub them out. So please pay attention when you guys are actually doing matches. Use those communication bars. There's multiple rooms, so whichever you guys are using, please utilize those ones. And here we go. AMD is pushing over the NT one Tech TC side and already focus firing that 705A. Also, Line Green has taken heavy damage. 705A goes down first. Line Green should have stayed in the back area. He has left hit points. He still has a gun, so he should be causing damage in the back. And there he goes. Looks like everybody is clustering over here. That chieftain gets hammered and almost gets killed. That 50B is down. The Valor is down for AMD. It does not stop these guys. So we got AMD pushing cap area. Got that 4005 who missed his target. Same thing with the Yakanza 100, completely missing their target. Got the Valor variant down here, getting pushed on by two other tanks. Just can't cause any damage to that Andre the Giant because of the thick armor. Right, here we go. Got the chieftain who's prepared to stick over here, who is getting hit little by little, and the T7 Heavy gets hit with 1,600 damage round from the FB 4005. We got the Panzer 7 over here doing a great job of side scraping. Here comes the push, small and Senpai. So we got a Type 5 in the middle of the map. It's putting up a great defense. And looks like he wants to suicide right in their midst of the team. What I would have done was pull him off the left side a little bit, have the FB 4005 in the back, so if they pulled up, they would have just got nuked. Not a great shot from Pig. Great shot from Joe Senpai, getting a kill with a 57 heavy. And no, Joe Senpai goes down. So FB 4005 is the last one alive and gets hit in the back and does not look like he is moving anymore. And there he goes. So great freaking job on both teams. NT and One Tag TC taking it for a win. Thumbs up. Good job. Gonna update these counters. So we got Spartan over here with 5,400 damage in that Andre the Giant. Second place goes to iPig. 3,300 damage in that FB 4005. And third place goes to Waffle. With 2,400 damage in that WZ. It sounds so sad. Well, I can't be loud enough in this house because everybody apparently wants to do whatever they want to do. So